Welcome back to the Biotechnology lecture series. This is the fourth lecture on the environmental biotechnology. In this lecture, we will cover sludge treatment, contaminated land, and bioremediation, and at the end, we will discuss some research questions. Sludge refers to the semi-solid residue produced during wastewater treatment. It contains a mixture of water, organic materials, and inorganic substances. Effective sludge treatment is crucial to minimize environmental impact and potential health hazards. Here are the key aspects of sludge treatment: thickening, stabilization, dewatering, drying, and incineration. Thickening is the first crucial step in sludge treatment, where we aim to increase the solid's concentration in sludge by removing excess water. This makes the sludge easier to handle and process. We achieve this through methods such as gravity thickening, centrifugation, and flotation. Stabilization is the next essential step, where we work to reduce the biological activity of sludge. This minimizes unpleasant odors and the presence of potential pathogens, making the sludge safer. Methods of stabilization include aerobic digestion, anaerobic digestion, and lime stabilization. Once we've stabilized the sludge, we need to further remove water from it, making it more solid and manageable. This process is called dewatering. We use various techniques for dewatering, including mechanical presses, centrifuges, and drying beds. In this final step, we focus on reducing the volume of the sludge. Drying achieves this by removing additional moisture. It can be done through natural drying beds or mechanical means. Incineration, on the other hand, involves burning the sludge at high temperatures. This not only reduces the volume further, but also eliminates any remaining pathogens. Contaminated land refers to soil, groundwater, or surface water that contains hazardous substances at levels exceeding regulatory limits. Proper management and remediation of contaminated land are vital to protect human health and the environment. Key points about contaminated land include sources of contamination, impact on environment, assessment, and remediation. Contamination can come from industrial activities, improper waste disposal, agriculture, mining, and accidental spills. And if we talk about its impact on environment, it can harm ecosystems, wildlife, and human health through direct exposure or consumption of contaminated food and water. Assessment involves site investigation, sampling, and laboratory analysis to identify the type and extent of contamination. And remediation strategies include excavation and removal, soil washing, bioremediation, phytoremediation, and in situ chemical treatment. Bioremediation is an environmentally friendly and cost-effective technique that utilizes microorganisms to degrade or remove contaminants from soil, water, and air. It's a sustainable approach to remediate polluted environments. Key aspects of bioremediation include microbial involvement, biostimulation, and bioaugmentation, and at last we will discuss its advantages and challenges. Microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, and other tiny creatures play a pivotal role in the process of breaking down contaminants present in contaminated sites. These microorganisms have a remarkable ability to transform harmful substances into harmless ones, essentially cleaning up the environment. In bioremediation, we can give these helpful microorganisms a boost. We do this by adding nutrients, oxygen, or other stimulating factors to the contaminated area. Think of it as providing them with the right tools and environment to work more efficiently and break down the contaminants faster. Sometimes, we need a bit of microbial expertise. Bioaugmentation involves introducing specialized microorganisms to the contaminated site. These microorganisms are like super cleaners because they're exceptionally good at breaking down specific types of pollutants. they can significantly speed up the remediation process. Bioremediation comes with several advantages. It's eco-friendly, which means it's kind to the environment. It's also cost-effective, often more so than traditional methods. Plus, it can often be done right at the contaminated site, in situ, which means we don't have to dig up all the contaminated materials and transport them elsewhere. While bioremediation is fantastic, it does have its challenges. Its effectiveness can vary depending on things like the condition of the site, the type of contaminants present, and the activity of the microorganisms. Also, keeping a close eye on the process and making sure it's working as intended can be quite complex. Nevertheless, it's a powerful and environmentally friendly tool in our arsenal for cleaning up contaminated areas. Here are some research questions from the topic. Number 1. What are the latest advancements in sludge treatment techniques for wastewater management? Number 2. How does anaerobic digestion contribute to sludge stabilization in wastewater treatment processes? Number 3. What are the potential health and environmental risks associated with contaminated land, and how can they be mitigated? Number 4. What are the key steps involved in the assessment and remediation of contaminated land for sustainable land use? And number 5. How effective is bioremediation in addressing various types of contaminants in different environmental settings? That's all from the 4th lecture. See you in the next video for lecture number 5.